Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new episode of CLX Foundry Live, where we dive deep inside a machine and see how it gets built from the ground up. It is a Say Something hat day, so I wore this. Welcome to the show. I'm your whoa. Sorry. I'm your host, DJ Blue PDX, and joining me live right now from our studios in Wichita, Kansas, is our lead technical expert, I'm sorry, Paul Steffens, and our master builder, Zach Killingsworth. Paul, I wasn't expecting that. I was just like, holy, what happened?
I thought you saw it before we went live, so this is great that it's a live thing.
It's his evil twin, Saul.
I looked at it and I thought, is that real or did he glue it on?
Oh, it's real, baby.
Oh, yeah.
This was always here.
Oh, that's fantastic. Now, I do know there's a lot of people in here for a very specific reason, because you want to figure out who won the Oracle. And we're going to get to that. Look at that. Absolute beast of a machine. CLX Gaming plus Tri-X and their incredible Panorama AIO. It's going to be going to one of you, and it's going to be amazing. But before we do that, we are going to build another PC. So, with that being said, Paul, who are we doing this for, and what are we doing?
All right, this is going to Lucas all the way out in Fresno. Woohoo! So,
Lucas in Fresno.
Our processor, we've got the Intel Core Ultra 9 285K. To cool that, we've got the Leon Lee 360 Galahad AIO in black. For our motherboard, we've got the Asus Strix Z890-E gaming Wi-Fi. And for our memory, we've got 2 sticks of Corsair 32GB DDR5 6400 speed, so a total of 64 gigs of memory in this system. For a storage drive, we've got a 2TB 9100 Pro from Samsung, and our video card is going to be an RTX 5070 Ti from Gigabyte. This is going in the 011, and this is going to be the inverted version. So if you've been a longtime fan of the show, you may have seen these, but it's been a long time since we've done this. So we're going to build this system upside down. And then last but not least, our power supply is a 1000 watt Corsair RM 80 plus gold Foley modular.
Yeah. Can Paul unmute himself in Discord? Because all I had to hear was the echoes.
Oh,
the echoes of awesome. There you go. Real quick, I want to shout out KS Cowboy over there on the kick side, along with 2 phones for W. 2 phones for the win. Yay. Nice to have you here. We've got Celestial Sun, Demeyer, and Chris Kills Cakes. You know, because pies are just better. Let's be fair. Cobbler over cake any day. The epic flashback. It's already time to announce the winner. It is almost so close. So close. And yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there soon. Let's see here. Broke Tier Gaming. Hello. Dead Cat Walking. Wheels is in the house. Hi. How's it going? We got some new people too. So welcome in. Here's the thing, people. We built the show and designed for creating an educational opportunity for those of you who may be looking to build your own PC. Now, if you have questions about terms that you hear today that are something you're not quite familiar with, please don't hesitate to ask. That is literally what we're here for. We love it when you ask questions about stuff so that we can help you be more informed. And there you go. Fat Albert is over there on the kick side. Yeah, on the KK. Let's go. Antibiotic is here. Yes.
No one.
I want to say thank you to all of the people who are in here who came on Saturday for the show to give out codes on, because it was nothing but me screaming most of the time. Oh my God, the Outlast Trials alone, woo! Love that game.
HD Trials is back.
The Outlast Trials.
I just heard Trials HD, and I was the motorcycle game.
No, the Outlast Trials, and it is a run, hide, or die game. As you either run, you hide, or you die. And it was fantastic. We played some Phasmophobia over the weekend. Repo. We were going to play Repo, but we didn't get a chance to. But it was a lot of fun, and it was just me basically coming unglued because they scared the crap out of me. Now, speaking of that, how was your guys' Halloween? Because I know, Paul, you got kids.
Mm-hmm.
How'd that go?
Treating. It's good. Got a whole bunch of candy for me. So that was nice.
For you.
Oh, yeah.
It was a torrential downpour here. As in, it wasn't even just like a normal Oregon rain. It was a brrr, like somebody put like studio sprinklers above the streets and just let it pour down. The poor kids were just drenched. We got a giant bag of the little candy bars, and then we got 2 boxes of full-size candy bars assorted. Because we're like, the teenagers, we'll get the full bar. We'll get the full bars then. We had a total of 3 groups come through. None of them were older than 12s. Everybody else is like, nope, too much rain, we out. All
It's
right.
actually pretty nice weather here. It's been cold, so I got the kids all bundled up, and then we didn't even need it. I was like carrying jackets and candy and all that stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Let's see here. On the case, I heard that game is so fun. Wait, which one? The Outlast Trials. If you've got a full group, right, a full 4-stack, out my ear, then yeah, it's a lot of fun because you guys can communicate. You can figure it out together. Yeah, Trials is wild, and I like to play Trials just because they keep changing things up, and I still get lost in the maps, which I think is funnier than it is necessary. Silicon Juan says my daughter got 3 bags full of candy. Dang, I don't know where you were trick-or-treating, but that's good. What kind of case is this? This is a CLX Horus 011 black inverted. So, Paul, what does that mean?
All right, so this case you can build it in a bunch of different ways. So you can do an inverted style where it's just essentially flipped over, and that way when you set this on your desk, the window will be on the other side. So yeah, you'll see when we get going here. It's pretty cool.
Wow. Broken Fear Gaming said, can I read this out loud, Paul?
I need a segue.
It says, if Bro gains a bit of pounds, he'll look like Paul Blart with that Movember stash.
That's some gold
and
right there.
I'll be honest, if you guys haven't seen Mall Cop, it is absolutely hilarious.
At
least I thought it was absolutely
skinny I was. Like, I know I'm thin. It's okay.
Eat something.
I do. Chicken
He was
nuggets.
great in King of the Hill.
Yeah.
Or King of
Dead
Queens,
Cat Walking.
King of the Hill, jeez.
Yeah.
King of
Uh-oh.
Queens.
Dead Cat Walking says, Halloween, somebody hit and run my Jeep. The whole side looks like it was an unhealthy relationship with a hybrid child of a can opener and a sledgehammer.
Aww.
I really want to, A, I'm so sorry that happened to you, but B, I appreciate the level of dedication you gave to that description and the articulation with which you typed it. There you go. All right, now, so how is this different from other 011s, and what does inverted mean?
So it's the same as a regular 011, just this one you can build a little bit differently. So basically the top is the bottom and the bottom is the top. We're going to Australia today.
Woo!
Oh
You know, I like me
I
Aussies.
literally just
That's
I have the
loop.
case upside down, and
So-
I thought it was right side up, but and so I installed these already. And
Well, that Stranger Things you've been watching.
yes,
Here.
I'm ready.
Yeah, there you
I'm
go.
so ready.
Oh, Mogeko says, I went with my little brother to his first Halloween and he enjoyed it. He was dressed as it. Ooh, Pennywise.
Oh, okay.
We all float down here. Do you want to float, Georgie? Do you want to float?
What?
Okay, no more. Have you never seen it?
No,
No, I've never seen it.
Oh, that's right. You don't do horror films. That's right.
I don't do clowns.
Someone did that in our neighborhood. They had a balloon floating and they painted the
Yeah,
Pennywise face like in the ditch. They had a balloon floating from the sewer drain.
Culvert. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's fantastic. We got a great question coming up from Lixlet. I think that's how you say it. We'll just call you Lixlet or Lixie. What got these two guys into building PCs? I'm jealous. That is an excellent question. Gentlemen?
I was always a gamer, probably like most of you guys watching it, from the Game Boy days to the N64 days. And then obviously, had the consoles, Xbox 360, but then obviously PCs were taken over. So built my first PC and just stayed with it. Always been a gamer, so.
Yeah.
All of my uncles growing up were either linemen or technicians, and getting all of those little circuit boards to make your own little circuit as a kid growing up, were super fun. And then just getting all the hand-me-down parts from my uncle to go. So, just like tinkering.
By the way, Dark Guardian Angel says hiya over there off the YouTube side. Correct pronunciation, got it first try. Lixlet, got it.
Right, cool.
There we go. The comical one has to be the OG. Yes, I'm so jealous. All I can do is take my sides off my PCs to clean the fans. Listen, that's all I'm qualified to do. So we're on the same boat, bud. Let's see here. And yeah, only KK brings up a very good point, and I know you guys mentioned it for a second. I just want to bring it up. A Stranger Things style, man. If that's a partnership that could be pulled off with approvals, woo, that would be lit. Can you imagine the things you could do? Oh my gosh, it'd be craziness. Mokego says that reminds me of my past Halloween costumes when I was younger, like dressing up as Pinhead on one Halloween. Ooh, what would you remember as a memorable costume from a past Halloween? Uh-oh.
Man, it was always stormtroopers and Darth Vader's as a kid.
Dude, I got to be Clifford the Big Red Dog one year.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I might have mentioned it like last week, but one year in elementary school, my sister dressed me up as Fred Durst for Halloween, and my parents didn't know who Limp Bizkit was. So I just had a backwards red Yankees hat, a white tee, and she like Sharpied sleeves on me. And just nobody knew who I was, but I went to school like third grade as Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit.
Oh my lordy. Oh my lordy. Let's see, I think my best Halloween costume is going to be there's two. I'm going to have to go with two. The first one was a friend of mine who I've known forever who is a professional drag queen, said, I'm going to dress you up. And I was working at the phone company at the time, so I was a customer service agent and a team lead. So I got there to Amanda's house at like 5 a.m, and it took 2 hours, and she put me into complete and total. It's wild. I look like a cross between Pats from AbFab and Megan. What's her name from You've Got Mail?
Megan Fox.
No, not Megan Fox. You've Got Mail. Meg Ryan. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, and it's actually amazing. And when I look at it, I just still can't believe it's me. The other one is when I had one of the members of the 405th, that is the Halo cosplay organization. They gave me a Master Chief suit to wear, and I loved it. However, the way it was designed, you had your undersuit on, right? And then you had to get your waist piece on so you could connect the leg pieces. Then you had to put the top on and connect that to the waist pieces, and then the arms and everything else, which means the only way to go to the bathroom, you have to take everything off. At a bar, that's not fun.
Just wear a diaper.
I stopped drinking at like 11 o'clock in the morning, and I would rinse my mouth with water. All right, now, for our motherboard, we got a fun one.
So fast.
Let's hear it. Like Ghostface in the Night. Yeah, Gabby brings up a good point. Doing a scream version. Yeah, get it.
Kids had the one that there's like a little pump, and it would bleed on the face if you squeeze the pump. I think the pump was like a heart.
Yeah.
It was just like it wasn't anything. It was like a blood pressure cuff thing. You know, you just squeeze it. That's cool. I was too scared of that stuff. I'll be a stormtrooper.
All right.
Yep.
See, I was always scared of.
I was your typical army man.
There you go.
Forever.
There you go.
Forever. What are you? I'm an army man.
Yeah.
You gotta say it like that too. See? Because that's the reaction you get. Aw, who are you?
Crispy76 says,
army man.
I'm the army.
I'm in the army. Now, speaking of things that aren't in the army is motherboards, and that's what we're going to need to have a baseline for the entire machine. And this is going to be an Asus Strix Z890E gaming Wi-Fi motherboard. Now, these are great because of the connectivity they've got. And by that, I mean all of the ports. And you can see that here. So I'm going to kind of run through the list of them and have Zach point them out. First of all, you got at the very top, you've got your HDMI and your display port. No, you just got an HDMI. No, you just got a display port.
HDMI
okay, there we go.
Display port.
Oh, that's right. I missed it. Then we have a total of 9 USB 10 gigabits per port, 7 Type A's, 1 Type C, and 2 Type C's with up to 30 watts for fast charging. So those are all there. Then you got 3 USB 5 gig ports. Those are the Gen 3 Type 1s, and that's those 3 right there. You've obviously got your Wi-Fi module, which is down below. And I love the fact that they changed the color on the mounts. Most of them it's always gold. This is the first time I've ever seen it in black, which is really, really cool. You got a 5 gig Ethernet from Realtek over there, plus your obviously gold-plated audio jacks, optical SPDIF output, and of course you got your BIOS and things up at the top. So, lots of things to connect to, and I say this, I know every time we get one, but when you have such a strong USB-C port, if you are going to be using a dock of any kind, any type of a dock where you get plug multiple things in and plug it in there, get a USB-C dock, because that will allow it to have enough bandwidth to properly engage with all the elements that you're plugging into your dock. So let's see here. Now, up next, we got to have a brain. And our brain is going to be an Intel Core Ultra 9 285K. Paul, what the heck does that even mean?
That means it is a 24-core, 24-thread processor from Intel, 8 performance cores, 16 efficiency cores, has a base speed of 3.7 and will boost all the way up to 5.7. So top-of-the-line processor from Intel here. It's the new stuff. It's going to game, stream, do anything you want, really.
Yeah, right? So comparatively to, say, the 13th and 14th gens, where does this lie?
So this is these new Ultra processors are quite a bit different with their new chiplet design. They're a lot more efficient, but it's like for power efficiency goes, so that is always nice. But they're still like great at gaming. They're just outperforming that. But if you're still on like a 13th gen, it's still a solid processor. You probably don't need to upgrade right away.
Jumping over to the YouTube side, we've got Heracles says, nice hat. Thank you. I'm hiding bandages. And then Heracles says, yes for ROG. I love ROG. ROG is half my machine is all ROG sticks. Heracles says, CLX and ROG make beautiful baby. Yes, absolutely correct. Now, up next, as what we can see now, he's going to be injecting something. It's, guess what? Not a polymer. It is heat sink. No. Thermal paste. There we go. See, this thing's a little tight on my head. Now, let's talk about thermal paste and how you properly put it on, because there's a lot of people who may not know the best way to put that onto the chip.
Yes. So with an Intel processor like this, having a nice little line down the middle, because we are a little bit elongated, is very nice. And on one of our AMD fellows, just a nice P dot size in the middle would be sufficient.
Yes. I did get a question back there, and Temperance does bring up a good point. So I game on an Intel machine, but I stream on an AMD machine. Now, I know a lot of people say that's exactly the opposite, but for me, it works. And when it comes to choosing either your AMD or your Intel, Paul, how much of that is personal choice?
Yeah, at this time, it is definitely your just personal choice. Both AMD and Intel are great to game on and do all that stuff. They can game, stream, video edit, all that good stuff. So really, it comes down to preference and what you're wanting to do with it. Now, AMD has definitely come a very long way since when me and Zach first started building PCs. So I think a lot of people are switching over to AMD right now.
Real quick, Mike, hold on. Mike Mendiola says, how often do people overpay on the GPU and cheap out on the PSU? Excellent question.
It's probably something that does happen quite a bit, but luckily on our website, we've got the configurator that will not let you pick a power supply if it is not sufficient for your system. So if you're doing it on your own, it's easier to do that stuff. But if you're building a PC on your own, just type in PSU calculator into Google. You can put in all your parts, and it will spit out the recommended wattage for what you need.
That's the nice thing about the website. I call it DJ proof, which is the equivalent of saying it's idiot proof. You can't screw up your build. If you got it in there and it goes in, it means it's compatible. Speaking of things that are compatible, let's pat our way on down to that pump header right there. The pump cover. Now, this, of course, is our AIO. This is how we're going to cool our CPU. This is going to be a Leon Lee 360 Galahad 2 in black. How is this different from the Galahad 1?
Slightly improved pump. We got a little bit more RGB and control over the screen here. A little bit more of like an infinity mirror. I believe, yeah. I think the radiator might be the same. Yeah.
Nice. Now, obviously, the next thing we got to do. Well, I'll let you get started on that, there, Zach. That cable, I'm assuming, is for the pump.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
My
okay.
head, my big fat head. I was trying to read what header it was without getting my big fat head in there.
You're good. This gorgeous says, looks like I see that PC in background. So amazing. Yes, it is. Scarecrow, what's going on? This is one of the people who designed and helped design all of our stuff. It's fantastic. Let's see here. Scarecrow says, I used to be very anti-AMD, but they're honestly my preference at this point. Yes. There you go. Agree. I did have somebody come back in here, and we went so fast through the chat. I want to get back up here to someone asking about. Oh, let's start with this one, because this will lead us into that conversation. Is it better to pre-build a PC or to buy each part separately, says Gabby Mondragon.
Good question. So it depends on what you want. If you know how to build a PC or you just like building PCs, then buy each part and build it yourself. But if you don't want to deal with the hassle of that, a pre-built is a great option. So you can do like a custom configured, like what we're building for this customer right here today, where they've custom picked it off the website. They've picked every part, and so we're doing it like this. Or you can go with an RTS system, which gets built just like how we're doing it here. It's just our most popular selling computers, and we have those in stock. That way, if you order one today, we can ship it out to you same day or next day. So really, it's up to you on what you want to do there.
Let's see here. Dead Cat Walking mentions, do love the innovation on newer motherboards. Makes building so much easier. Hooray! We don't have to worry about losing M.2 screws as much. Valid.
Yes, that is great. Them things are small.
And speaking of things that aren't small, we are going to go in with our RAM. Don't ram it in there. You can jam it in there. This is going to be our two 32 gig sticks of Corsair DDR5 6400. 6400? What do you mean?
100. It's so fast.
I've never seen anything past 6.
You know what the difference
That's incredible.
between jelly and jam is?
Sorry?
You know what the difference between jelly and jam is?
One has actual fruit, the other is just juice.
You can't jelly your RAM sticks into your motherboard.
Damn it. All right.
Hello,
welcome in.
I was waiting for it.
Dang it. I want to make sure I got everybody covered. We talked about the outfits lately. Says I finally gave in. Yeah. Honestly, they're great. What's also great is our M.2. This is how we're going to actually store our operating system. Now, this is fun. This is going to be a 2 terabyte Samsung 9100 Pro NVMe M.2. That is fantastic, which means it's top of the line. Now, what you're going to be noticing is that Zach is putting it into a spot on the board that previously had a piece attached to it. So, Zach, walk us through what you're doing and how this all works to benefit the performance.
So all of this down here is a heat sink, and this down here is a heat sink, and this is another heat sink. So underneath all of these heat sinks, there will be a thermal pad. We'll want to peel that topper off of that so that that heat can get transferred from our device up out into our heat sink, because that is what this is. That's a metal pipe in there that brings all of the heat that gets produced with this super fast Gen 5.
Yeah, it's a Gen
super
5, so,
ridiculous fast Gen 5. And same thing with all these. All these are just nice little heat sinks. Some motherboards have them, some don't. Rule of the wrist, if it does have one, peel that peel.
Yes.
Zach mentioned, this one is really, really fast. Usually it's okay if you got like a Gen 4 or below. It's okay to run it without a heat sink. And it would be okay to run this Gen 5 without it, but I would definitely recommend having a heat shield on a Gen 5 NVMe drive.
Yes. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Noodleman says it's not over 9,000. All right, there we go. Now, on the right-hand side, what is that tool you just put down?
This is our anti-sag bracket, and
That's
I'm
what I was
just
looking
doing
for.
a fit check because we do have this super tall heat sink right here. And so I just want to make sure that it's going to offer room for our anti-sag bracket, which is a C, which is really nice so that it kind of blows out of the way. I will have to adjust my topper mount,
Okay.
but
Now,
I'll do that in due time.
Normally we bring that up when we are installing the graphics card. So everybody just stick with me. We're going to answer the question of what an anti-sag bracket is in a little bit. Right now we want to focus on the radiator. For you to be able to cool your processor, you've got to be able to have a way to do it. Now this is an AIO, and Paul's going to explain what it stands for and how it works.
So an AIO stands for all-in-one, and that means this comes out of the box ready to go. So there's already coolant inside of this. We don't need to take the tubes off or fill it. We just use the right mounting bracket that Zach did that matches our motherboard socket. And then you install it. It's pretty straightforward. They all install a little bit differently, but they're pretty straightforward. If you've never done it before, just take your time with it. You will get it. Buying an AIO is the best way, in my opinion. That's what I use on my personal PC because you just never have to mess with it. You install it once and you are good to go. I've been using the same one for like 8 or 9 years, something like that. Never done anything.
Wow. I know we've got a lot of questions coming about when are we going to announce the giveaway? We are going to announce the giveaway in due time. But right now we're focused on getting our build together for Lucas in Fresno. So you never have to refill or anything says premium Venus. Yeah, no, it's all in one.
Yeah, not with the all-in-one. There are the open loop cooled systems, and we do sell those as well. That you custom bend the tubes and do all that, and those do require
which looks awesome.
Yeah, they look great. You get to pick the color fluid, the color fittings. We do offer that as well, and those do require a little bit more maintenance than the AIOs. But no, with the AIOs, yeah, you don't need to refill it or anything like that.
Heracles brings up a point. He says problem like in Europe for the RAM price, it just keeps going up and up. Yeah, I've heard that. Let's see here. Makiko says, am I the only one who gets really excited when there's a camera change and we look at the computer screen waiting to see who will win? Listen.
We're winning every day.
So here's a great question. Epic Flashback says, is there a big difference between a 360 AIO and a 240?
Yes, there's about 120 millimeter difference there. No,
so
for cooling,
3 fans versus 2.
Yeah, so no, the difference is going to become when you have the higher end processor. So if you've got like a Ryzen 3 or an Intel Core Ultra 3, you're probably not going to notice the difference in performance between the 360 or 240 because the 240 it doesn't run super hot, so both of them are cooling it enough to stay at its boost temperatures. But once you get to those higher end processors, the Ryzen 7s, the Ryzen 9s, the Intel Core Ultra 7s and 9s, that's when you're going to start noticing the benefit of having a 360 over a 240 because it's going to keep it cooler so that it can stay at its boost clock for longer.
Yes. We've got people making mention that they're absolutely loving this and learning so much. Listen, this is what we do. That the whole point of this show is to create an educational opportunity for people who've never necessarily built a PC. A lot of people here have heard this stuff before, but there's always going to be somebody who could learn from it, and that's why we do what we do. So, again, if you have questions, please feel free to ask. There's no such thing as a dumb question, and I always use this example, so I'll use it again. There's no such thing as a dumb question. An intern taking notes in a boardroom meeting when nobody could come up with an idea raised his hand and said, they were looking for ideas to pitch for film. And he said, well, what if we did something with like sharks in a tornado?
Oh, I felt it.
$5 billion franchise later, again, there's no such thing as a stupid question.
Good.
Is this a dumb question? Uh-oh. Let's see here. Let's see here. Got to get Flash mentions. Got to just sit down and start comparing parts or watch some YouTube videos. I've spent days on PC Part Picker. Man, we got all of our stuff's backed up on YouTube. So check it out. Definitely check it out. Okay, so let's guys bring up a good question, especially if you're buying these pieces individually. How come RAM parts are so expensive? What makes it pricey exactly?
The LA artist answered it right there. AI ruined it. So that's just a recent thing. All the RAM is getting bought up right now, so prices are just skyrocketing at the moment. The market will settle down eventually at once supply can keep up. But there's just a crazy increase in demand right now, so that's why you've seen all the RAM prices. I think for us, like I want to say it tripled. I don't have the exact numbers on me, but yeah, RAM is pretty expensive right now. But I wouldn't think it's going to stay that way. RAM was super cheap a few months ago, so.
Yeah. Yep. Would you ask how my ear is? Well, after 14 hours in the ER yesterday, I'm now wearing this because it's better and more stylish, and I like it. It also meets brand requirements. Why does that link to AI? Is it because of how popular AI usage is? That is a great question.
Yeah, I guess I should have probably explained that a little bit. Yeah, some companies that are using AI are needing that memory to build new stuff and do more stuff with AI. So that's why. It's the hardware that powers it. So the companies that have it are just buying up everything. But we've seen this happen before, not necessarily with AI, but this is just kind of how it goes. There's always, it seemed like, I mean, everybody remembers just a couple of years ago, the video card market did this
the
too,
type
with, like crypto mining. Like something happens, it creates a huge spike in demand. Supply isn't there right then, and so prices soar, and then supply eventually catches up. Hopefully, sometimes it takes a while, like the video cards, but RAM usually gets back to stable pretty quick.
Well, it was interesting. Once I know specifically once NVIDIA figured out, which I'm surprised it took them that long, what was happening, they started adjusting and altering their sales strategy to help provide for their gamers. But yeah, that's a crazy thing. Now I run a 3090 OC, and right now we're up on the 50 series for the NVIDIAs. We're on the 9800 X3Ds or 9900 X3Ds for AMD. Paul, that's a you question.
What's up? What was the question?
We went from like the 30. I was talking about. I have a 3090 OC, and then we've gone through the 40 series and now into the 50 series, and so the ability for the capabilities of those cards are just wild. And on the AMD side, on the Radeon side, we're looking at the 98 or 9900 X3Ds, which are fantastic in and of themselves because of that 3D cache. Mm-hmm. Just wait until the AI learns how to mine Bitcoin and it starts taking over the world. That's what we call Skynet. Yeah. Anybody who's ever seen Terminator? Great. If you haven't seen Terminator, get it together. So now we've obviously got our fans in. This is great. These fans look incredible. How are these fans different than other fans, Zach?
So these fans have a really nice multi-daisy level to them that Paul can show off. Mm-hmm. I'm actually going to drop this.
So these are the Fantex 120s, and they're a little bit more standard than most, but with Fantex, they have the Fantex proprietary RGB connector. So those plug into each other nicely. So if you're using a Fantex case, they plug in right in with the case. This is obviously a Leon Lee case. We can still make it work. That's something to keep in mind if you're doing this on your own. We obviously build a ton of PCs here every day, so we've got all the different adapters and cables like that. But you might not have those at home, so just keep that in mind if you're buying like Fantex fans or Leon Lee fans. If you can match the case up to it, it's always it's just going to make your life easier getting everything synced up.
Yeah, and it's a genius way to run it too. Skynet still gets my Chick-fil-A order wrong at the drive-thru.
Okay.
What you need?
The 3 other fans.
Oh, yep.
Yeah,
Sorry, Zach.
More fans.
The rear exhaust?
Yeah, I'll leave that one as the rear
Now I know
exhaust.
where we're at.
That's how those ones will go through there.
All right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Sorry, DJ. I need to be
you're
sure
good.
that I set because
We already
I'm
have
do
to flip
something.
this around.
I'm going to do something.
But now we have to flip it around.
So we
and
have
do it
two
upside down.
different trays.
Oh,
A top tray and a bottom tray. So we want to make sure that we put the bottom tray in the bottom and the top tray in the top. And then you also have a bottom to the top tray because these are, and a bottom to the bottom tray because these are directional. So sorry, I needed to think
A lot of
extra
brain
hard.
power right here. Okay.
So this goes into the back of the computer.
Sounds like a Thursday night, a dollar drink night at my bars.
Thursday.
Okay.
We'll get you. Skynet won't get your name right at Starbucks. You think Skynet's gonna let Starbucks even exist? All right, now we got this in here. Starbucks.
It's time for the peppermint mocha java latte.
What?
I don't know. whatever that thing is.
Orange mocha
Dead-
frappuccino.
There we go.
Dead Cat Walking brings up an opinion here. It says this is like crypto mining, a crypto crisis all over again. Then it was scalpers and crypto miners that jacked up prices up. Now, since everything is trying to be AI cutting edge, where the end user will suffer.
It's a good thing y'all aren't into like Pokemon cards or something like that. 'Cause y'all would be really
Warhammer.
crazy about scalpers then.
Buy Warhammer minis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Used to go to work tonight, so yes. And I know we have a couple people who are leaving. Don't worry. If you win, you're gonna get an email. Check your emails, and you'll know. Now we've got 3 fans going on to this. So how do you tell which bracket goes to the top and the bottom, and what side is up and what side is down?
Ideally, you want to remember when you take them off of the case, because I have gotten them mixed up before, and because so if you have a current model dynamic Evo RGB, it is a little bit different from last year's dynamic Evo. And the difference is last year's dynamic Evo, both trays were the same. And so it didn't matter when you did the inversion. But with this, the RGB, the Evo RGB, definitely crack open that user manual. If you're getting a brand new case, it will come with a whole bunch of goodies. And inside there will be a manual showing you how to do all of this. Definitely read it, and you'll learn the wonders.
Eiselberg is giving us specific lines directly from V for Vendetta. I don't know what they mean, and I'm pretty sure that if I try and say them, I'm doing something offensive. So I'm not going to do that. But let's see here. We've got Ricky.
DJ.
What?
Tomorrow.
Yeah,
You gotta
remember, the 5th of November.
Oh, to December. Oh, the 5th of November,
apply.
that's right.
I know of no
All
reason
right.
that gunpowder treason should ever be forgotten.
Veleben,
Some Guy Fawkes
Veloren,
on Thursday. That'd be cool.
Bergesen, Barzine, or Bazine. All right.
Okay.
So, I finally gave in. Says I got 32 megs of DDR5 3 years ago for less than $70. The same RAM is now selling for 170. Holy God! You mean 32 gigs of DDR5?
Yeah, it's gotten.
I was just saying 32.
It's crazy right now.
This is the top. This is the bottom.
Okay? Let's mention something that I've got to talk about this for a second. Lixit, obviously Scottish, says we eat haggis on Guy Fawkes as my parents are Scottish. There we go. And
No.
haggis is basically designed. Well, let me put it this way. It's designed on a drunken dare. That's what haggis is. Haggis is it's a stomach that has all the leftovers of everything put into it. At least if I'm. Looks like haggis is beautiful. I have never been able to get a haggis down, and I tried when I was in London, and it was not my favorite thing. But you obviously love it. So, what is your favorite thing? Are there different types of haggis?
This looks like a beer.
Like chicken, pork,
This is just
whatever.
This haggis.
And if you know what goes into a haggis, or at least the haggises that you eat,
It's that guy from Harry Potter.
different spices. Nice. Okay. The name haggis sounds repulsive. Well, I mean, it's what I was going to name my first child, which is why I don't have children. Yep. So,
Okay. Now I want.
haggis or British meat pie? Oh, yeah. Oh, I love me some meat pies. Savory pies? Oh, yeah. Yes. Yes, please. Bro, you just described 90% of all Scottish cuisine, Irish as well.
Oh my God.
Love it.
Some stuff I need.
I like meats of loaf. Ooh, my housemate makes an insane meatloaf. It's crazy. It's got like 4 different types of meat in it. Obviously, we put in everything from garlic to pepper and barbecue sauce and sun-dried tomatoes. And yeah, and mushrooms. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Sheep's heart, liver, and lungs. Scary, I know, but we serve it with mashed potatoes or swede.
What is Swede? Oh my
we're
God.
learning
Swede,
so much.
Swede. I think I said it wrong. I feel like a caveman living it. Hey, listen, no, you're educating us right now.
Is
So
rutabaga. A root vegetable, a large, round, yellow.
only KK on the only KK over on the kick side says, "I need a loaf of that, please." Ricky brings up a question that we did get before: is why is the memory so expensive now? And it's largely in part due to AI.
Supply and demand,
Paul,
baby.
yeah.
Stonks. That's why. No, it's all gotten bought up, so supply isn't there right now. Supply will catch up, and the prices will go back down. But essentially, it's all gone. So
Since you've been gone.
Yeah, stonks. If I can answer it in a meeting.
Nice.
The stonks guy.
Okay, from this perspective, I really want to point something out because this is important since we have never done this on the show before. We've never had an inverted build. Never. So I want you to notice where the M.2 covers are that are normally at the bottom of the motherboard. Well, those are now sitting at the top. You'll notice that the pump is down towards the lower edge. Now, Paul, when it comes to where you put your pump versus where you put your radiator, what's the best plan when it comes to this kind of a setup? Why?
We are breaking our rules on the inverted build. So we do have our tubes below our pump, which is usually not what we want, but it will be okay. It's not going to affect the function of the system, and we do. We'll obviously have this tube covered, but typically we want the tubes above, and the only reason we don't have it flipped around is just because the length of these tubes, they won't reach with having a video card in there. So, but it's still going to perform just fine. It will be okay, but we are kind of breaking our rule there.
I'm taking you up on that. Now we have perfect examples. Lixlet says, next time you want to try haggis, if you do, go to Scotland, or I'll make my mother make a batch and send it over. Well, ironically, one of the places that my mom wanted her ashes scattered is at the plot of land that I got her in Scotland. Yes. We did one of those, like, buy a lot of land and you become a laird or a lady. But it's my mom, so I had to. And so that is one goal, is to go and get there and, yeah, maybe plant something. Who knows? For sure. Yeah. Let's do it for real. Okay. Devaluna, hello. We've also got Brookster Gaming in the house. And Lalaris says, oh, wait. I have a love-hate relationship with AI.
Now.
So do I.
You love to hate it.
Well, it's such a borderline element of questionable intention. Now, if you plug every last
all the jobs, and then we're just gonna all get in passive income, and we're gonna live our best lives. There's no way it could go wrong.
Everybody
have you ever seen The Matrix?
Their own personal robot with AI built in, and they have to go to work for the day.
Okay, so here's my thing with AI. What I think AI is great for is when it comes to research. You plug everything that we know from textbook to you name it into an AI and let it start monkeying around and figuring out, we'll have a cure for cancer much sooner than we thought we would. Then you've got other elements when it comes to engineering, etc. Those elements. Where I have a problem with AI is imitating real people for the purpose of
over in Europe, there's a country that is having its citizens. They're doing a whole thing with AI to where AI can't use voice or facial features off of all of the people in that country.
Well, and that was the big hang up with the writer's strike that happened. What was that, last summer? Yeah, or a year ago, last summer. The writer's strike happened because the writers and actors from the SAG-AFTRA Guild wanted to make sure that their likenesses could not be used in a film without them being properly monetarily compensated, which I think is great. As a voice actor and as a shoutcaster, I think it's incredibly important that we make sure that we're not depriving those people who are the talent, who create the talent, the opportunity to use their talent instead of relying on something like an AI. And I now will get off my soapbox and shut up. Let's see here. Scarecrow mentions, let's go back up to Deviluna. I work with doctors doing their notes, and it has a form of AI in the field for like 2 decades, but it always needed editors, always. Then suddenly ChatGPT launched, and it needs like significantly less editing. Scarecrow mentions, I had AI gaslight me for 3 days, telling me that I was compiling my code in the background, gave me percentages and everything until I called it out, and it turns out it can't even do that. There we go. Yeah, and identity theft is another big one that is scary. I'm afraid by infinity potential. Yes, Heracles says. Now, Ricky asked a good question over here on the YouTube side. Is this build going to have a Linux OS? And I'm going to go ahead and jump on top of that and add a little element. Do we install a Linux OS?
We can if you want. The default selection for our PCs is Windows 11 right now because that's obviously the most popular. But yeah, if you want Linux or something else, we can do that.
Nice. Did they announce it? We have not quite yet. We're still working on the machine.
I'm building as fast as I can so you guys will know.
There we go. Now, when it comes to cable management, there's some very important rules to follow. And I'm going to have Zach explain that so that you get the best and most organized option for your machine.
Yes, so every build has 3 groups of cables. You will have your case cables, which is going to be your USB headers and your HC audio and power buttons and all that fun stuff. And then beyond that, we have what I'm working on now, which is our fans, and getting all of our fans plugged in and routed up. And then after that is just our power cables. You know, if you go one group at a time, like I've already gotten all of my case cables done, like it's just makes it that much easier to maintain everything. Okay, we're gonna go that way.
There you go. Now, we are getting so much closer to announcing our winner. DJ, have you picked the winner yet, or are you choosing today? Yeah, I don't pick anything. So just so everybody wonders, because I know I had a bunch of questions of like, hey, this, that, and that thing. I am simply a face with a loud voice and a microphone. For any questions concerning issues with the giveaway, always make sure you hit up CLX or Gleam staff people. I am not staff. I am simply a contracted guy with a bald head and right now this to cover bandages. So DJ might be AI. I'm gonna be very honest. If that's true, damn. All right. You never know. I've done this very specific PC giveaway every year, so it's offered. Oh, nice. Blasphemous John. I let the AI know I appreciate it, so it doesn't hit me later. Thank you. Every time I ask my phone's AI to do something like, hey, set a timer for this, set a timer for that, and he says, I've set a timer for blank. I say thank you. Every time.
Jason, go out there and get that firefighter to come in here and we'll compare mustaches.
No.
This set me on fire for 20. Dear God. Bina VT, welcome to the show. Glad to have you here. First time chatter. Says, I forgot about this giveaway entry. Honestly, I will say that the Ouija board glass for Spooktober is genius. Good luck to everyone, and may you win the PC, of course. Yeah. Love it. All right. Yeah, do not piss off the AI. And that's why I have to agree. And my housemate looks at me like I'm crazy every time that I will give a verbal command on my phone, like set a timer or do this or set an appointment. And when it's done, I say thank you, because it's the polite thing to do. Also, I would really rather not be on the bad side of the aftermath if somebody gets tired of being talked rudely to. And by somebody, I mean AI, because then everything is going to just be crazy. Yeah.
Here's a Snickers.
Cletus McFarlane of PC. Hell yeah, brother. There we go. Way to go, Stanley. Back over here. Oh, yeah, right. Your utilities are shut off because of it. Yes. Make friends with the overlords early. Find the man behind the curtain. Gotta say thank you to Alexa out of fear for an AI uprising. So, Woot Doc, this is a great question. So, is this So will this be an AI PC? So, Paul, what does that mean?
I don't know what that means. I assume they're saying, is the user going to use this for some AI stuff? I don't know. That's up for the user to decide.
User.
Yeah. The users. What a Tron reference right there.
Oh my gosh. Am I AI?
Yes.
What is real?
I do want to point out something that's really great with this case. So obviously there are multiple sets of cables that you want to try and organize in a certain order. Your case cables are different than your power cables and your motherboard cables. So when you're doing that, now the Evo has a really great, super cute feature. It's Velcro strap ties, right? So Zach, how is that helpful, and in what order do you start your cable management for somebody who's never done it before?
Yeah, so I always start with the case cables first, just because they're built into the case. And then it really does vary. As you can see, I'm doing the fans now because there is a plethora of work to get them up and going. And I don't want to have all those cables back there and try and install a power supply with all of those cables. So just going one at a time makes it a lot easier. And just one cable at a time. Make sure, you can see I'm doing the discount, double check, make sure everything is plugged in how I want it to, so that it works properly. And now we've got all of our PWMs plugged in, so we have our fan speeds plugged in. So now everything else, all these little daisy guys are RGB. So now I just need to find a header on my board, which is on the bottom of the board, which is on the top of the case. So now I want to work from the bottom of the case, connecting everything up so that I can easily plug it into the top header. So we'll just...
That makes sense.
You to you, and you just grab the next fan and just keep saying you're next in line, buddy.
A couple things coming up from the Twitch side over here. We got Panzer says close. Framing Up says, I don't trust AI. They were mean to Will Smith in that one movie.
Hey man, that was Alan Tudyk, and he was nice.
Let's see here,
including his wife. Oh,
they'll keep your name out of your mouth. Kohana Karma says, damn, I hope there won't be AI PCs in the future. I need my computer to be stupid. Fight in Alabama?
Roll Tide.
Kidding.
Roll Tide.
All right. Let's see here. Scarecrow says, it depends on highly on what they're doing with it. Adobe and a lot of streaming services utilize AI for noise canceling and denoising video, which works usually pretty darn well. Let's see here. What else we got going on?
Thermal paste recommendation. Arctic Silver 5 is a great one. That's what we use on most of our builds. You can upgrade it if you would like. If you want something like super high end, Thermal Grizzly puts out a lot of good stuff too. But Arctic Silver 5 is what I would recommend for thermal paste.
Okay.
So, Ariana's Fox says AI has an extreme amount of issues tied to it, so it's not really bad to be harsh or critical of it. There's a lot going on now with the actual AI centers popping up everywhere. And Ivory mentions, I actually like to use AI to add in noise and distortion just to spice things up. Yes, and there we go, Alaris. Yes, Arctic Silver 5. No.
Yep.
Yeah, Arctic Silver 5. There we go. See? I can hear through the bandages. Let's hear. What's the longest part of building a PC, asks Lixlet.
Tie up, for sure. If you don't care about tie up, it can go pretty quick.
Thermaltake fan cables. Yeah. Those are definitely the longest.
And why is that?
I have no idea. They want to make sure that you can plug every fan into an Elite from any spot inside that case, apparently. They just have a lot of cable extra with them.
Now, one thing I want to bring up, because we didn't really get a chance to talk about it, but it is our power supply. And this is going to be a Corsair 1000 watt RM 80 plus gold modular in black. Paul, what does that mean by modular, and what does it mean by RM?
So RM is just a model of the Corsair power supply. Now modular means none of the power supplies are pre-soldered in, so that's what I'm going through right now. I'm getting the cables ready for Zach in this build. I believe this card takes the 12 volt high power cable, so we have one of those. And that way Zach can run these cables without having to install the power supply.
Gotcha.
Ask Jeeves AI.
What?
Was Ask Jeeves AI?
Oh man.
Was it?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because if it was terrible. It's like anything with the Yahoo domain. Nope. Or Yahoo domain.
Yoo-hoo.
Hey man, Yoo-hoo's delicious.
That chocolatey beverage.
Soda.
Yahoo and Yahoo.
What do you mean
Scarecrow
beverage?
does
It's a
now.
soda.
Is it
Okay.
soda?
It is soda. Look it up. It
What?
says chocolate soda on it.
Was it carbonated?
Okay.
No.
I
It's just.
need
Black soda.
hey guys, I need an administrative moment here. There is certain language that we don't allow in the channel. We appreciate you guys being respectful of that because there's other people here. Scarecrow, Windows ME is offensive. Ugh. Device on AI, which is a new market. Yes. So Antibiotic brings up a very, very good point. He's probably asking about an on-device AI, which is a new marketing gimmick where companies advertise their products, laptops especially, that have onboard AI that takes care of performance management. Some claim it detects the app type, gaming, video, edit, web, etc., and does some performance tuning. So interesting. Did not know that, but that's why I have a Mac. Just kidding.
Potatoes?
I got more PCs in this house we can shake a stick at. You guys are getting through this PC build so fast. Oh yeah. Listen, he's
RGB. I got really
he's
excited
big brains.
that we were only going to be
Big brain smart.
4 cables.
Yeah.
Only KK.
Add a fifth.
Noodleman says, "What's the best way to estimate how much wattage in a power supply you need?" Ooh, good question.
PSU calculator in the Googs. That's the way right there.
A 4.
You can input all your components and it will spit out a recommended wattage for you.
Yeah. The administrative moment caught me off guard. You can tell when I get serious, it's probably not serious. Okay. Set on Fire says last PC I had was in 2002 and had Windows 64 and an AMD Athlon. I had AMD Athlon 2. I loved those. They were great for me back in the early 2000s.
Woohoo!
Good night. Just kidding. I uninstalled Windows ME for 98. I have so many things I can tell you about Windows ME and why it did what it did. But I feel like that's time for a separate show. I asked earlier about how come Windows are so expensive to buy when looking at getting it with a pre-built PC. Ooh, that is a great question. Gentlemen?
That's just Microsoft. I can't answer that one for you. It's not something that we or I'm sure any of our competitors like make a ton of money on or anything, you know? It's just the cost of it.
Yeah, as a former Microsoft employee, I believe I can answer this one, and it is because when
I did the 12.
when companies like builders or manufacturers or otherwise assemblers, they buy keys in bulk. So, and it's a lot cheaper for them to do so, which means if you're an individual user, it helps incentivize the end user to go with a pre-built from one of their partnered companies as opposed to just buying it outright. The problem is that oftentimes that incentivization comes with some real scary stuff, like a bajillion pieces of bloatware, games you didn't want, security systems you didn't want, just
everybody wanted
a lot of garbage, and therein lies the real problem. So, but yeah, that's just my opinion.
Pinball was so good though.
I miss the old themes in Windows. I'm gonna be honest, so do I. Let's see here. Broke to your gaming says, yeah, I just got into gaming. I got myself a PC and thought it was amazing. Did not know much about PCs back then and just wanted to play games with my friends. It turned out to have Windows XP. I'm so sorry. Over on the red side, Remo Williams says, my first PC I built was an Athlon XP 3000 Plus. Damn! With a Radeon 9600 Pro. Whoa. Right? Remo went, okay, listen, my mom bought, obviously years ago before she passed, my mom bought a PC from Walmart. I'm not going to say who made it because we don't talk trash about other companies. However, plenty of problems occurred, but the amount of time it took me to uninstall all of the bloatware garbage, because she's like, I can't do anything. Everything just keeps popping up. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Let's see here. I miss the old themes in Windows XP. That is cool. Yeah, the old themes, it was a real big change from 98 to XP. That's for sure. Broken legs for 100 days or getting a Victus 15 with a 3050. Ooh, choices. Choices.
That Victus can play old school RuneScape, okay? Better than broken legs.
Right. Joey Wheels. I can neither confirm or deny anything you just said. Okay, now, as they're getting everything in here, I want you to notice the door. Now, here's a really fun factor about the door that closes and shuts everything out up on the back side of it. What is that? How is that helpful, Zach or Paul?
Yeah, so this helps keep just all of our cable management even looking nicer because you don't have to see any of it, you know? We can just close that door and just, sweep it under the rug. So if you're not as talented as some of us here at CLX, then it doesn't matter. You can still have a beautiful looking rig.
There we go. All right, now we're getting our big cable through our 24-pin. That's going to go... Now, 24 pins go directly to the motherboard's big pin array. What are they used for? What's that big 24-pin control?
It's the main power for the motherboard and all the stuff on there. So all the slots, everything that you see on the motherboard pretty much. Now, obviously, the CPU requires extra power, but yeah.
Heracles said my mom bought a Dell.
It's Hercules.
Dude, you're getting a Dell.
What'd I say? No, it's Heracles.
No, it's Hercules.
That's Hercules is spelled very different. Says my mom bought a Dell, and I understand. Yeah. My first computer was a Packard Bell with a turbo boost in the 90s. Yeah, yes. So, Compaq, Packard Bell, and HP all have their major manufacturing facilities up in southern Washington, across the river from Oregon, over by Camas and that whole area, and it's its own little tech bubble. It's kind of wild. Il Panther says, not like me. Usually I use the strategy to take all cables, put on the back, and close the panel. Ha ha ha. So here I'm going to say this. Deco Riser's in the house. What's going on, dude? Dang, turbo boost, right? I haven't heard about that in a minute. All right, now we're getting this final thing. What are we working on right now there?
Once I make this look beautiful in the back, then yeah, that's that card.
There we go.
Right?
Just the card. Do we want to take a look at the card? Because we haven't really talked about it yet. Oh, all right, so I can't really see it. The card for this is a NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070 Ti. Now, what's the difference between a 5070 Ti and a 5060? Oh, 5080. There we go.
So the 5070 Ti is just under the 5080. It's kind of that middle ground between the 5070 and the 5080 there. So this is a great card for performance. Obviously, this is a triple fan model, so it's going to cool great. Just has the 112 volt high power connector for power, and then we got 3 display ports and 1 HDMI coming out the back. Elixit, get out of my head. Same question. Obviously, it's a triple fan. How heavy does this feel? How is it? It's not super heavy. Like, it's not the heaviest card out there, but it definitely has some weight to it. So we do want to make sure we have an anti-sag bracket installed.
Alrighty. Now, speaking of anti-sag brackets, I want to do something that everybody's been wondering because before.
Desante,
you want to wait?
You and me are on the same page, buddy. I just upgraded from a 2060 to a 2080. Heck yeah, let's do this. I'm excited. We're gaming.
Speaking of things that are 20 and look 80,
woohoo!
We are getting the final moments ready for that graphics card. While we're doing so, I feel like it's time to announce our winner. Or do you want to click it in first?
You pick it. You click it, I pick it.
Click it in, and then we're going to tell you who won the incredible Oracle PC. Look at that baby. It is designed on all sides. It comes with its incredible Tri-X panorama cooler, and it's absolutely fantastic. I love it. So while we're looking at that, are you all ready?
I don't think so.
Are you ready?
I don't think they're ready. No one's really like asking about who's won.
Stay ready.
Our winner is... It's Necro ISO in the house. There we go. Necro ISO, congratulations. You have won an incredible PC from CLX Gaming and our friends at Tri-X. Please check your emails, and to get in touch, you have 24 hours to respond, and then you can work it on out. Congratulations. Necro's been a community member here for a very long time, since the beginning of the show, and it's fascinatingly awesome. Okay, first of all, that video right there, you can see the planchette playing over the video. Like, the screen is awesome. Tri-X really nailed it with this. So GG's Necro, that is fantastic. He's been a member of a bunch of our communities for a very long time, and that's awesome to see.
That's
so
awesome.
Okay.
Now, with that said, we're getting everything plugged in here. So when it comes to anti-sag brackets,
Yes.
why are they needed? What's the purpose?
They support the card from the other side of the mountings. I can
That's a
show you right
perfect
there.
shot.
That way the card doesn't sag over time and cause damage to itself or the motherboard.
Okay. And I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call this from here. Yeah. So a match with all of that, and then that will plug in there, and then to make it look extra superb.
Yeah, I'm super happy for Necro. That's awesome. Necro's been around
Yeah.
for a long time.
Long time. Since the beginning of our show, which was 4 years ago.
That's great.
Has it been 4? It's been 4.
Maybe. It's been a while.
We'll get it
3.
signed. We'll get it signed.
3 or 4. Yeah. By the way, Necro, do you want it signed? I don't know if Necro's still in here. I know Necro's at work. Yeah, sign it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. And I want to thank everybody for being so unbelievably diligent in all of your activities and engagement with our channels and our socials. We hope that you stick around, because we've got more coming up in the year, and it's going to be fantastic. Lots of awesomeness. So, and of course, over on the kick side, we got Only K, Gabby, KS Cowboy, and Stenley all saying congratulations to Necro. That's awesome. Necro is the winner. And then over Heracles over on the YouTube side says, well done. So does Remo Williams. Awesome. And that theme, the Oracle theme, if I'm not mistaken, is the #1 most requested custom theme that we have at CLX.
By far, yep.
Yeah.
And it's gone. Maybe next
year. Yeah, it is limited time. You have to order it during the season.
What? Necro?
What?
I won?
Necro didn't hear this?
Yeah.
Our winner of the PC is Necro ISO. Let's go.
Congrats.
Necro 1, you have 24 hours to respond to the email you're about to receive and to claim it, and that is going to be your PC. You've won the spooky Oracle PC, brought to you by CLX Gaming and our friends at Tri-X, who provide the incredible panorama AIO cover for their AIO, which we have installed in there, and it's absolutely freaking awesome. We love it. And I want to say thank you so much for all of you've been with us since the very beginning of the show, and it's fantastic getting to see somebody who's been so present and so consistent that seeing that happen is great. I always say I hope that it goes to somebody that has been in the chats and is hung out in the streams, and so yes, you should breathe. That's very important. Wait, me or Necro? I can't breathe. Yes, Necro Rizo, you're the winner. Keep an eye out on your email. Nicole will be sending one out to you in a bit. There you go. So I need to make an applause button so I can go yeah in the background. All right, now here's what's really, really crazy interesting. Let's see here. That's important. Otherwise, we have to find a new winner because you've passed out. Yes, valid. One thing I want to point out, and that we've never done. Obviously, we've never done an inverter build before. So with this is going to be a little bit different because the graphics card is upside down. So you'll see the fans on the top because they're actually blowing in. Now we've got a total of 10 Fantex fans in this. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then on the triple ports, one on the exhaust. It's a CLX machine. Are you ready? Let's see what we've got for Lucas in Fresno. Oh, that's gorgeous.
Very nice. These fans.
First of all, those fans alone are fantastic. Yes, absolutely fantastic. So, how different is it when it comes to performance? Because the graphics card obviously this time is pulling air in from the top and pushing it out, as opposed to bringing it up and pushing it up. Yeah. So, what is the difference when it comes to that?
I mean, performance-wise, it's going to be the same as if we
cool.
built it the regular way. Yeah, this is just an aesthetic thing.
There we go. It looks absolutely incredible. And of course, this is for Lucas in Fresno. That is amazing. We've announced our winner, which of course is Necro Rizo. So, with that being said, this show happens in 2 parts usually, and it's going to be happening today. In just a few, we're going to take a break, and you're going to get to spend the afternoon with Zach as he creates another build. And the build he's got scheduled for today is wild. And I don't mean just like, oh, that's cool.
Flash,
I mean,
a flash a little bit.
My God, it's wild.
If you guys were here the other day when Tri-X was around, we're going to be showing off some more Tri-X products.
Yes.
Not saying that these fans are magnetic or anything, but they're magnetic.
Nice. This show happens every Tuesday and Thursday starting at 11 a.m. Pacific. That's 2 Eastern on Tuesdays. We are specifically here on YouTube, Kick, and Twitch. On Thursdays, we are exclusively on TikTok. You don't want to miss those shows. If you want to find out the latest and greatest of what's going on with all things CLX Gaming, you can head on over to our socials. That is YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Threads at CLX Gaming. You can also check out our Discord with a bunch of other like-minded PC enthusiasts, and that is discord.gg/CLX Gaming. Dramatic pause. There you go. So, with that being said, I want to say thank you to everybody who's been involved. A huge congratulations to Necro. And on behalf of Kyle and Jason in production, Paul and Zach, I'm VJ Blue PDX. Don't go away. There's more coming up after the break. We'll be right back.
Bye, everybody. Congrats, Necro.